YouTube, what is going on? Savage here. In today's video, we're going to be changing it up and going back to a series I used to do, my Warzone in-depth breakdowns. In today's gameplay, we will be breaking down two really good players, high-octane duo gameplay, and just watching how their movement, their tactics, how they differ from most players. The purpose of this series is to show you guys and explain to you guys what they're doing and why. Watching it's one thing, and things are happening so fast, it's hard for a lot of people to really learn just from watching go to gameplay. So again, the purpose of this is to freeze frame it, talk about it, discuss it, and really put you in the mind of these players. But if you do enjoy the video or learn something new, make sure you subscribe to the channel today, join the Wolf Pack. Also, leave a like on this video. Let's get this video to 500 likes. And I will also be linking both of their social medias in the description below. So make sure you show them some love if you don't already know who they are. But without any further ado, all right, so right off the bat, of course, we're watching the helicopter strat. When you notice most go-to gameplays, this is exactly how they start. Most players, especially in duo streams and quads, love helicopters. So right now, what they basically did, and this is going to be happening a lot, so get ready for it. Basically what they did is they have no UAV up, right? Nothing's going on. They see the chopper, but they're flying to a certain area. Whether you're in a helicopter, in a vehicle, or just on foot, or taking the balloon, players go to areas that they know players like to camp, right? That's why good players, great players, the best players, this is why they're able to drop 10 kills, 20 kills, 30 kills, 40 kills, because they know the map. They might not be the best at getting a lot of wins, but the reason why they can get a lot of kills is because they know where to find enemies. A lot of you guys struggle because you have no idea exactly where to go, and we witness it day in and day out. Players randomly just kind of going wherever the hell the wind blows, but there's actually, I'll say strategy, but it kind of is. There's actually strategy to finding players. So this is why they went there, and this is how they happen to come across finding some players. Here we are looking around. I'm really not sure why they swapped seats, I'm gonna be honest, but they went ahead and baited out shots, found an enemy running in the open from the balloon, and here they are pushing together. Now I am spectating in real time, so you'll see I'm switching back and forth, although right now we're just kind of watching the recording. So this is something very important that I want you guys to watch, and I want you guys to understand. I always tell you guys, surprise the enemy, hit them by surprise by pushing different directions. Of course, they knew we were coming. We showed up in a giant helicopter, really no surprise factor there, but what we did surprise them was enemies instantly predicted that our teammate Dracoda was going to come up the staircase. So what did they do? They held the staircase. What they didn't predict, and I really wish I would have spectated him sooner, what they didn't predict was Expel making the window jump and using that arch on the doorway as a footstool basically, and shooting them through the window. What this does right here is it completely throws the enemies off guard. They instantly direct their focus to him, allows Dracoda to push up and shoot him in the side right when he's focused on us. Now, this is a great example. I mean, perfect example, but you don't have to have fancy footwork. You don't have to have fancy window jumping. You don't have to have fancy anything to get this tactic done. Try your best to avoid pushing staircases together if you can. There are some fights where this doesn't work because you're getting third party, but again, read the situation quickly, come up with a game plan quickly, and put it into action. And how do you do that? A lot of you guys are like, Savage, every time I think I get shot. Well, look, the more you guys push fights, the more aggressive you guys play, the faster that this thought process will be developed. If you guys are still playing slow with a heartbeat sensor, walking around, waiting for the zombies to come back so you can play that fun-ass game mode, it's going to take you forever, and I mean forever, to get this good. And if you guys watched my first gameplay ever that I posted last week, you know damn well I came from this too, right? I used to do the same shit. Look at me now! So again, it seems like a simple fight. It was very easy. They barely got damaged, and we won without losing anybody. Nobody went down, didn't take much ammo, but that fight could have been really bad if... Almost flipped me off. That fight could have been really bad if we would have both pushed up that staircase. So again, small things that most players don't think about. A lot of you guys watching are goats. The small thing that most players don't think about is what can separate them from being that 0.3 KD, that 0.4 KD, to being that 1.2, 1.3. We've spectated players so many times, day in and day out, who have 3 KDs and are absolutely trash. Again, practice your skill. Don't just improve the KD. All right, I was rambling. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back exactly and see what the hell's going on here. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see nothing. All right, right now it looks like they're going for the crate. I can't see Dracoda's what he's looking at, but you can tell he saw something. I don't know what, but you can tell he saw something just based on, again, the fact that he just hit some weird maneuver, right? He looked like he was about to dodge, trying to protect himself from being shot. He's flying straight towards the crate. That's what they're about to go. I don't see exactly what he sees, but he sees something and he starts zigzagging. Maybe he saw a glint in that window. That might have been it, because the dude's just sitting out there, clear as day. All right, Mac Attack and Raging Sun go down, and let's talk about their strategy real quick, right? So they see a helicopter coming at them. This guy that we killed is clearly aware of our existence because he's just staring at us like he's never seen a chopper before. No offense, homie, but come on, man. So right now we have 2 enemies who are basically sitting on top of each other, and no one's shooting at us. No one's rotating. No one's getting to a better position. When we see helicopters coming to us, we want to play cover. We want to separate ourselves so that, 1, the helicopter can't just splat us all and kill us. 2, the enemies can't just jump out and bum rush us like they did with this team. And 3, we want to be able to kill these guys by hitting them different angles. Because as you're shooting a chopper, just like Dracoda did, if they start zigzagging, it's going to be very hard for you guys to shoot them. So you need to create separation, whether it's duos, trios, and quads. Separate, man. Stay close together as far as like being able to keep line of sight on each other. That way, if one gets pushed, you can be relatively close. But what the dude in here should have done is just rotated on the fence, played that entire fence as I don't know, cover, and then maybe went to the building. Maybe the rose skin that was sitting next to the box, praying that he wouldn't die, maybe he went to the building and he could have actually helped us. But instead, again, because they both jumped out, it was a very short-lived fight with, again, very little damage. Now, that's something else I want to show too, and I'm not going to pause it, but I will mute it. If you guys are like, Savage, how do I find all these players, man? I don't have walls. All these streamers are cheating. Look, if you're having trouble finding players, again, go to points of interest. Go to buildings and areas that you know damn well are always hot, right? When you pull up the map, you should always know exactly where people like to sit. For instance, just as an example, if the plane route is over airport, where are players going to be? Probably fucking H, right? Probably the building over here behind my webcam, that big bitch. Probably the tower. Probably those little metal hanger things that's behind us right now. They're just simple things you guys got to know. And again, if you were scavenging the area and you can't find people, either A, they left, B, they're camping. I don't like either of those, so I'm going to take that balloon. I'm going to go somewhere else. I personally hate fighting campers. If people are 4 stacked in a building, I may push them if they really piss me off. I may push them if it's a body lobby. But again, I'm going to take that balloon and go somewhere else where I can pick off enemies individually, take advantage of their mistakes. It's very hard to take advantage of a team's mistakes when they're 4 stacked in a building. Just FYI. All right, that's pretty easy. The guy standing on top of tower just thinking about thinking. You notice that Expel doubles back for Dracoda because he is in the open and there was a guy on tower. Also a guy on the roof. Now I'll be surprised if Expel doesn't take the balloon to get that height. We do pop dead silence. Enemy snapshotting, guys. I also recommend that you do rock battle hardened 130%, so that doesn't happen. So that right there doesn't happen. So you have a guy sitting in the building thinking about being good. He wants it real badly, but he's not moving. he does shoot and kill us because, again, he knows exactly where we're at. So he's able to, with the snapshot, B-hop, sidestep, whatever the hell he did, off the staircase and instantly start beaming us before we can have the drop on him. So he has to drop first. We get outshot. It is what it is. Again, rock battle hard, my guys. Amped. Why? What tracker? They're all good. But in this meta, man, that's no. That's like still using the kilo, homie. But Savage, I know a lot of you guys still stand by that kilo, bro, and whatever, man, do you, but you gotta adjust. You gotta adapt to the meta, right? Right now, snapshots are broken, snapshots are good. You gotta rock battle hard, homie. You got to. Again, I'm very surprised Expel has not ballooned to this area. When he had the truck over here, he did all this driving. Notice the truck right here on the minimap. I'm gonna be honest, Expel, you kind of fucked that one. He drove the truck all the way, probably jumped out here and the truck just rolled, but he jumped out here. He should just jumped out here, taking the balloon, and then at that moment, he could have been with Dakota in that fight. Don't know what he was thinking. Don't know if there was another enemy over there. I have no idea, but from what I'm gathering, he should have instantly jumped out, grabbed the balloon, and he should have been here long before Dakota died. But it is what it is. All right, we have a team of TTVers nesting themselves in the bosom of this building. Spell actually took the tower. All right, Dakota right now is in a rough spot. He's fighting snapshotters who love this building. There it is. They are 2-stacked. You're in a solo 2-stack. And unfortunately, he got killed by the same guy again in the same position. Now, Dakota should have played it up, but he was sound whoring, so he didn't want to play it. That's why he was just laying there. He's trying to assess the situation. Once again, Expel jumping off a little late. No shots, Expel. Got to be better than that, homie. The moment Dakota would have fallen in, I literally would have timed it. The moment he's fallen in, I'm going to fall in as with him, and we can push this together. But again, in Expel's defense, it looks like he's trying to wait for one of the enemies to make a mistake, pick them off, and then hopefully they can push in and have a better fight. Snapshots going off again, dude, and you know, I hate the snapshot meta. I think it's very peasant-y. It's the new heartbeat sensor. But you know what, man? If you guys enjoy it, do you? Just know there is a counter for it. Also, the bar is not the way. I don't care what anyone says. The bar is not the way. Fucking snapshot, dude. So luckily right now, this team's fighting another team. We've got to push up, I believe, both people up here. Here comes another snapshot. It's a whole other squad up here. We got another TTV here. So there's the 3 TTVs in this fucking building. That's crazy. That is nuts. Again, Dakota's in a fight. We got to go help him just in case he gets outshot. There's Expel collapsing with him as well. Savage Stepper goes down, and we still have Meat Grinder, or whatever the hell his name was. He's Savage Stepper's teammate, I believe. And he's still in this building somewhere, so I definitely watch out. He may have been killed already by one of these players, but again, assess the situation. Remember who killed you. That way, when you're killing people and you're watching that kill feed, you can, again, figure out the whole story. That's a whole other guy too. There's T-Guns again. I forgot about him. Let's go back to that fight. Let's go back to this real quick. I'm not sure exactly what happened with Dakota in this. Again, unfortunately, I started spectating right when they crossed paths. Looks like they were just both looting up. He was mid-plating. He had to cancel his plate or finish it off, of course, in order to fight him. He ends up canceling it. Notice not the pop. Great decision in that one. Breaks a little slide cancel to the right-hand side. Tries to cut back to the left and get some shots off. Unfortunately, the enemy beat us to the punch again because he didn't have to cancel anything. And he starts firing first. Or he doesn't. He doesn't. We start firing first, which is actually kind of questionable. His reflexes are a little bit slower than Dakota's, which is, again, okay. As long as you're doing what? As as long as you're moving your body. And that's exactly what he does. And I want you guys to notice exactly what I'm talking about. I always tell you guys, keep your body moving. If you plant your feet and just sit there shooting, you're gonna die. Look at this. Notice we hit him in the head, but because he slides towards us, he lowers his body. He lowers that entire mass, that entire hitbox to the ground. So we end up doing what? We hit one shot and then we miss two more as it goes over his head. It happens so fast, you gotta freeze frame it. The enemy does jump in front of us, but again, because he's jumping now, we're hitting him in the wiener instead of in the head. Guess what? As much as you guys out there would like to say getting hit in the wiener would hurt more, headshots are definitely more valuable than wiener shots. Same thing with torso shots. And unfortunately, limb damage ain't gonna really cut it when you're fighting someone who's actually hitting you in upper torso, which it kind of looks like he's doing. So again, great gameplay by both these players, describing a fast fight, a fair fight. It is what it is. And unfortunately, Dakota goes down once again. And Dakota is one of the greatest players I've ever had the pleasure of playing or spectating. He's got great tracking, great aim, great accuracy. People always ask me, Savage, what do I do if I go up against a player who's goated? That's what you do right there. You got to practice movement, man. If you're not slide canceling on the map, you're going to have a very hard time slide canceling in a fight, right? You got to make it muscle memory so that when shit hits the fan, you don't even think about it, because you're going to have to start thinking about the layout of the buildings, how to outplay. If you start getting shot at, the cover near you, you're going to have to think a lot. Battle Royales is a very thought-intense game. I don't care what anyone says. You really need to analyze a lot at the same time. That's the beauty and the curse behind it. A lot of casual gamers out there prefer not to think. They just run and gun, and that's fine, but they do struggle. So if you guys are struggling against goated players, if you're in harder lobbies, which right now, as SBM's so fucked up, you will be in harder lobbies. If you're going against better players, move your fucking feet, man. Because even the best players can get thrown off by a little bit of movement. And we're not watching anything crazy like Joe Woe, right? This is just, look at that guy. He slid towards us, B-hop backward. That was it. That's all he did. That was all he did. Now, I'm gonna be honest. He's a little crazy for jumping off that bitch coming to contest us. I'm gonna be real with that. That was a little bit of an ego challenge. T-Guns doesn't seem like a bad player at all. I don't know his stats. I don't know who he is, but he doesn't seem like a bad player. However, bad call. We've all been there. We've all ego challenged when we shouldn't. I'm guilty. Fuck it. Dika coming in as well. Left hand side, Dakota. And another, he's in the ringer right now, bro. He is having a rough one. But he's on 13, and here's another team. Now, what is going on? We're overstaying our welcome, right? Because we're overstaying our welcome, more people could start pushing us. Not to mention, I think they're just coming back from Gilly, too. Dakota, and I mean, expelling a lot of trouble, so Dakota trying to jump down and help him out. Luckily, one enemy's third-partied. Again, little bit of movement. Nice little, again, just that. I just want to emphasize it one more time, and we'll stop talking about how important it is to move, I promise. We come through the door, right? With just a little bit of wiggle. This is simple shit. Trying to break his camera. We come through the door. He's already pre-looking at us. He's trying to shoot us, but he can't. And because we slide to the left a little bit, what happens? We fuck him up. And notice, he started shooting us at the very end, but we hit the right hand. We hit basically the 1-2 step. We do the left and then to the right. That was it. Just a little bit of movement threw him off. When we went to the left, the enemy tracked us to the left. He started shooting. We hit him with the right. Boom. That's all she wrote, right? Just gotta dance with the enemy, homie. That's all you gotta do. Bring it back to high school. We gotta get out of this fucking building too, bro. This is crazy. The more people pushing up.
Get back to it.
All these little fucks, so he's looking around. Surprised no one's snapshotting us right now. Spell dropping us a plate. Again, he's sacrificing being fully plated up just to get Dakota a little bit of plates. And we are bailing out. Great idea, honestly. Because they're being suppressed by a tower, it really hinders how they can fight in this building. Granted, tower can only see them through the windows, but if for some reason they end up needing to fight the enemies that are under them, and those windows are within visual, again, they could get third parties. So they bail out of this to reassess and challenge either those enemies or something different. Let's see. see the buyback. So again, instead of fighting the same people who've been camped up, and I said this earlier, I hate fighting campers because it's a pain in the dick. No matter how bad they are, they come over here, they assess the fact that there's one player with loot, one player got bought back. It's an easier fight. So here we are. Spell trying to bait some shots right now to get the enemy to peek. This is an important feature I always try to tell you guys, right? If you are in a position where you're solo, you're by yourself, and I don't know where his teammate went. We killed one guy and it was a team wipe. Maybe he broke his ankles. I don't know. If you're by yourself and you notice that there's another enemy by himself, fight him before his homie comes. Remember when Expel was sitting in front of the hangar baiting shots? That was the moment your boy should have done something. Either A, ran away, or B, challenged us. But what did he do? He sat in a corner and hid, probably with a heartbeat, like a baby back bitch. I would imagine. He might not. He might have been slide canceling a little corner, but I fucking doubt it. So what happened? Well, because he hesitated, because he waited, because he didn't want to challenge Expel when he was baiting shots, both of them ended up pushing instead of one. Dakota was close-ish for sure, but he came in through another angle and this guy didn't stand a chance. He's too busy focused on us and Dakota got the kill. Again, second example of pushing from different angles, hidden an enemy by complete surprise. Even though he knew we were there, he had no idea which way to fight. Some good players right there. Again, notice how the enemy B-hopped to the left and threw off our tracking. The enemy ended up winning that fight. Right now, Dracoda's basically, instead of sitting behind the box he was at, he separated himself further from the enemy, making it harder for the enemy to shoot him. He did challenge him so he could play it up. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. Marcus. That's the second enemy to jump off the high ground, coming to us, trying to ego challenge us. He should have just played that top ridge and shot us. He should have just played the second floor and shot down and gotten maybe a kill. He might have beamed him, but it was a better option what he did. Way better option than what he did. All right, so we don't have enough money to buy Expel back. Normally I'd be like, wait around and help Expel. You might have to buy him back, but we don't have enough money, so we can roll out if we want. Dakota has the option to sit here, protect his loot in case the enemies come back, or he can go ahead and move on, take the balloon and go hunt. It looks like he's gonna sit here and protect Expel's loot because they have died quite a few times as a squad, and they have a good game going on with 33 still up. We've got 21 kills as a squad. It's not too bad. Not the greatest, but not too bad. And I'm sure they don't want to ruin it. That's simple right there. That's a mistake of not pre-rotating. How many times have you guys died like this? Be honest. Now, sometimes you just die like this. Sometimes you're fighting for so fucking long, you can't pre-rotate, and you end up dying. But I want you to notice one thing. The whole time we're at the hangar, the whole time we're running around waiting for Expel, no one was shooting. No one was fighting. This guy was just playing the edge of the circle. He waited too damn long, and he got clapped because of it. Two things he should have done. One, he should have noticed the gunfire going on the hangar because I'm sure he was sitting there for a long period of time. He didn't. He ignored it. He heard it, didn't think about it, whatever the case was, and he crossed right out in the open towards us. What he should have done was separate himself from the action going on, ran further down way earlier before circles started rotating, ran further down this way, maybe all the way down, just again play the situation. And the moment he got to an area that he felt was safe, no one was fighting, shit like that, then he should have crossed. Or he should have crossed fucking minutes ago before the circle even dictated where it was going to go to get in a better position. If you guys are ever in a spot where you know you're gonna have to rotate across a wide open area, this right here is hell. This is you're dead. This is a kill box. Dead. Gone. You need to rotate early as fuck, or while we're fighting the enemies, then you can rotate, right? Take advantage of the situation. Don't just, again, you gotta think. You just gotta think. That's all it is. A lot of it's reaction time, a lot of it is accuracy, a lot of it is skill. But dude, if you can outthink the enemies, you can win a lot more fights than you're winning now. A lot more fights. I kill more people crouched in a corner than anything else. I do get killed by more people crouched than anything else, but people crouched in a corner, man, I'm telling you, it's not the way to play. You're not outthinking anything. You're just relying on your gun skill. And I guarantee if you're crouched in the corner, you don't really have much gun skill. No shots. Just truth.
Setting rally point.
Guys, if you're trying to get cracked out of your mind, you're looking for a new energy drink because your favorite one, you realize it's garbage, because I promise you it probably is. Try some Sneak. Clean cut and under control, baby. Come on, man. I'm old as shit. I'm balding. I got no hair, but guess what? I'm not depressed. Why? Because I got me some Sneak energy, baby. Use code Savage at checkout. I'm telling you guys, you know, it's all fun and love. It's all a lot of jokes, but this shit is really good. I promise you, you will not be let down. Try the sample pack if you don't believe me. Affordable sample pack, hence the word sample. Let me know your favorite flavor in the description below, boys. Oh yeah, use code Savage at checkout. I don't know if I said that or not. But here we are moving on. Now, why did they come here? They heard gunshots. I heard it even though I was ranting. They might have seen it. I wasn't looking, but I definitely heard it. And here we are. Your boy Dakota with an ego chow right in front of the barrel. And again, notice this separation, right? We're not hugging butts. We're close enough to help each other, but we're not hugging butts, dude. Come on, man. There's still probably one more, I would imagine. Expel just picked up a fuck ton of money, meaning the enemy had a lot more money than that. Picked up over 2 grand, so the enemy had to have enough to buy, right? So if his teammate was dead, he'd be bought back by now. So here we are holding the position. Now, again, they might have seen them. I wasn't paying attention because I am who I am, and I just like to scream at shit. There might not be anybody here, but I'm thinking there is. And they're thinking the same. They're checking, looks clear, better safe than sorry. Don't know what the hell your boy was doing. Wait, we do have a guy above us. It looks like the enemy separated a little bit. I don't think he's above us. If you look at the terrain and the mini map, he's staying in the exact same spot. There's a nice ridge right here. I think he's just camped up waiting for us to rotate out. Bad call, because again, we can rotate wide right. Dakota analyzing that situation. He is definitely behind that rock. I would bet on it. If he's not, I'm gonna be mind blown. I'm gonna be mad. Oh fuck, I was wrong. I was wrong. But hey, look, but look, Dakota thought the same shit. Dakota thought the same damn shit, so I don't want to hear nothing. He's a pro player. We got another one above us as well, too, though. That was stupid. Panda, come on, man. Panda. Don't get it twisted. I'll go back for my loot. Pretty positive that the enemy's camping it, but if I die and instantly come back, I'm not going back for my loot. I'm not unless my teammate's there guarding it. If like I'm waiting to get bought back, then I'll go back for my loot. And there's a chance someone will be camping it, but you instantly die, there's no chance. It's a guarantee. Those enemies are still around and they're probably gonna kill you again. They just needed to regain, son. It's pretty late in the game for sure, but just regain. Land on 2 teams fighting. Like right now, if they landed on us, they might be able to get this loot. They don't have to fight us, just wait for us to leave and hover above. They can land on those guys' loot, and now they got guns. Might not be meta guns. You see some of the shit these players have, but it's better than nothing. And don't get twisted. Like I said, I'm guilty of it as well. I'll land on my loot, but it'll be a few minutes later. All right, so this is a tricky fight. We're in between 2 teams. We're not in between, but we have 2 teams fighting. We're pushing towards it, so we will be in between it soon. We got another enemy in front of us. He's realizing that, and this guy's suppressed. He's not going to be peeking us. Does he have another teammate? We don't know, and that's the danger, right? That's the dangerous move. Isn't this guy? It's not the guy we just killed. It's not the guy we damaged. It's the guy's teammate who might be fully plated up, might be camping in the bush. He could shoot us in any second. So what we're doing now is we're closing the gap. We're out in the open. We picked a fight we probably shouldn't have picked. We're taking advantage of the fact that it's a 1v1v something. Spell's nowhere near us. Let's see how this goes. I guarantee you he's going to die first. Unless for some odd reason we get shot from another direction and then he's got to transfer. Now again, we could be pretty confident that other teammate was not going to push us because he was cracked. Let's see how this dude plays it. Did he rotate to our left and try to flank us? That'd be the smart decision. Or does he hide behind the rocks or below the rocks just sitting there? Well, there it is. He's just hiding. Young P. Now, Young P, let me ask you. And you guys, what do you do in that situation? Savage, he had a plate up, man. He was damaged. No, fuck that. What do you do? If you're Young P, what do you do? Time to think. Time to critically think, man. All right, look, what you do, a third party, man. You try to take advantage of it. The moment that he got cracked, he made the right call rotating to the right-hand side. Some people want to force all the plates. There are some situations where you want to plate up first, but the moment I heard those gunshots, the fact that Dracoda was fighting Sutita, the moment those two were fighting, that's when I'd been like, fuck these plates, cancel that bitch, pop up, try my best to shoot one of the guys. Don't go for the one getting fucked up. Go for the one fucking up the enemy. If you ever see two enemies fighting, try to figure out which one's doing more damage and kill that guy because he's going to be the better player, and also the other guy's probably going to die before you can kill him. Third party. Take advantage of people shooting. You just sat there crouched in the bush, bro. What the fuck are you doing, man? Then Young P just turned away and ran in the open. At least challenge us. If you're going to die, you better shoot me. Sometimes you'll have to run away, and it is what it is. But that right there, bro, you're dead regardless. You might just... You better just try to outplay us. Now we have 13 players up. We have Expel sitting in a bush. I fucking knew it, Expel. I fucking knew it. Bro, look at this. Can we get this real quick? Hold up. I think this is a thumbnail. I think this is the thumbnail right here. Boom! This is perfect. And you might not think he's in the bush, but watch me moves. He's there. Oh, let me get this thumbnail. Hold up. Sorry, guys. I'm not cutting this out either. I'm leaving this. I want y'all to see where I got it from. What are you doing? Expel! Come on, man. Actually, in Expel's defense, I think he's just letting Dracoda get a hell of a game right now, and he's just playing support. I will say, I was in Dracoda's chat when this match was going on, and Expel did get a challenge at the right here, I think right now, to drop 10 kills for like 25 gifted. So you'll see Expel start turning up here in a second, going from 4 kills to whatever he ends up with. Yeah, I'm a stream sniping little bitch, but I do it to the homies, and it's all fun because I spectate. I don't kill them. I'm not a peasant. Fuck I look like. You do have enough money for a UAV. I'm sorry. No, we don't. Oh, that was bad. I didn't say that. I did not say that. I can't read. Numbers fuck with me, bro. All right, so let's look at the circle. Let's determine the circle. Where do you go? Where do you go? Well, this is a tricky circle right here. This is a tricky circle. Most of the circles down here. So in my head and everyone else's head, the strategy would be to take this hill. And realistically, you're not wrong. This is definitely a spot. There's a few audibles with this they need to worry about. One, there are 7 enemy teams left. And I guarantee you there might be one team down here. Might be. This entire circle right here might have one team. So the reason why I say that is because if you're sitting up here, there's a huge chance you're going to get shot at by 7 enemy teams. There's a huge chance. You got people camping in buildings. You got people rotating in. You got people ballooning. You got people everywhere because this is going to be the hottest spot. You always want to get high ground. But again, you got to read the situation. Sometimes high ground's not the best. Sometimes, very rarely. This is one of those times. This is one of those situations. So I wouldn't go to the top right here. Lodi's here. Cool. Again, it's going to be hot. There will be people watching the fucking loadout. Don't go to the loadout. People always say, Savage, I want to get my ghost class. Now, fuck that ghost class. It's in the game. You're committed, bro. This is it. GG. So let's see what happens. Expel looks like he's going for the tower. Oh, my God. About to say bad play anyway, but there's definitely bad play now, son. So Expel's got to worry about this guy. give it up. The moment someone's in a tower, especially in this zone, just let him be, bro. He's gonna piss you off. He's gonna think he's good. He's just gonna bully you just because he's been bullied as well. People that sit in towers, bro, they're not good players. I'm sorry. Right now, one of my guys out here, one of the Wolfpack members, loves the tower play, but it is what it is, bro. If you're playing tower, son, yeah, you're not the best of players. Not a good spot because you might get a kill. It might be a high ground, good positioning. It's not at all, because the moment you have to get down, which you will eventually, again, look at the circle, you're gonna have to jump. Guess what? When you jump, you get shot out the fucking air. Pretty stupid play. You take that rose skin off and get a refund, homie. Rose skin used to imply sweat, now it implies bot. It's actually real weird how that works. But here we are. So again, in my experience, Expel needs to get the fuck out of this area. Weird. And play the low ground with Dakota. Now, in Expel's head, he wanted to get the high ground to assess the situation. I can understand why you would want to think that, but again, when you jump out, you run a huge risk of getting shot. So Expel goes down. We have enough money for the buyback. That math I can do. And here we are. And again, we found one enemy here, got the kill, and it is what it is. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to what I said. I want you guys to pay attention to what I said about this ending, how crazy it's going to be. I want you to pay attention to the audio of how many people are fighting. Right now, people are fighting. You hear gunshots over here. You see a blip over here. It's already starting, bro, and it's going to get worse. Expel's going back. He needs loot in game. It is what it is, man. He gets it and gets out. That's a risky move, but I'm not against it. It's too late in the game now for the regain. So right at this point, I know I told you guys the other two should have regained. That was in a bigger zone. That was minutes ago. It was different. Now I can understand going back, grabbing it, getting the fuck out of there. Notice that as well. Expel and Dakota collapsed on two different enemies who literally were not helping each other out at all. Najima ran away from Duffy, and they had zero teamwork in that fight. Great collapse by Expel and Dakota, though, in that situation. And we are right. Here comes snapshots because players are really good at the game. I'm sorry if you guys want to use snapshots, use snapshots. It's not as it's okay. I don't hate you for it. You're not a bad player. Just come on, man. Activision, get rid of that shit.
Marked our rally point. Cancel that.
Now, I don't know if that guy's still up there. He might have died, but good on Expel for checking it. He's looking for it, waiting for the enemy to jump, because he's going to have to eventually. Not right now, but eventually he will. So we have a 2v2 situation. There is a plot twist that happens here in a second, so get ready for that one. It gets a little wild. There's the plot twist. There it is. Yes, jailbreak happens. It's a 2v2, and jailbreak literally happens. And again, Expel's 1 kill away from his 25 gifted challenge. So, being the good friend that I am, well, you'll see. You'll see.
You've served your time, soldier. Now get back out there. Fight's over. The area's cleared out.
So now we go to 6 teams, 10 enemies. Crazy. And there we go. There we go. Your boy now has his 10 kills. You're welcome. And we're moving on. Again, back to another 2v2v2. Expel turning it up from 4 kills to 13 kills in literally the last 5 minutes. Doesn't seem like a lot, but getting 9 kills at the end of the game. The reason why I want to stress that to you is a lot of people are like, a lot of people see go to gameplay and they notice how a lot of us get kills early on. Sometimes we do. Sometimes I'll get games where I have 20 kills with 100 up. Very rarely. But sometimes it happens, and other times I'll have 3 kills until the very ending and I'll turn the fuck up. Just because you're not getting a lot of kills, that's a great thing to utilize for in-game situations. Just start turning up in-game, man. People when the game first starts, they want to play aggressive, right? I want to get a lot of kills, and I always encourage it. But if for some reason you physically cannot find enemies, and that happens to everyone, there are games like that. If for some reason can't find enemies, don't be out there trying to break PRs and put yourself in stupid positions. It's okay to play a little bit slower, push fights, but don't get too aggressive, taking fights you shouldn't, trying to get the kill count. You can always wait till end game to really capitalize on getting more kills, and Expel showing that perfectly right here. Now here's Dakota on a 30 kill gameplay. Stupid. Shibu, and CD nuts. I ain't seeing your nuts. All I saw was you get shit on. Look at this. Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. And I'm being hateful, but I'm trying to get the message across. Because clearly it's not getting across to everybody. Look at this. We're pushing up. First off, they're not safe. Let's just go ahead and clear that out. There's a lot of things wrong on all my fingers. They're not safe. They need to rotate in 45 seconds, but they're not going to because they're too damn scared. It's a 2v2v1, meaning they have a fair chance to win this game if they just open their eyes and look. What are they doing instead? They're playing Who's in My Mouth behind the tent. They should hear us pushing right now. Audio's fucked. It ain't that fucked. They should hear us pushing. But guess what? Even if audio's fucked, and I've won a lot of games doing no headphone challenges because you can do it. If they were looking, if they were peeking, if they were trying to see the situation, they could have caught Dakota out in the open and Expel out in the open as we're crossing a fucking water stream. Just fucked us up like two antelope sipping for water, and two gators come out and just chomp their heads off. But no, instead, this is what we get. Two guys crouched. This dude literally scared to death. Ironic with the skin that he has. Looking the opposite way. Reflex is slow. He's not able to track simple movement from Dakota. He does get the shot off. Good on him. Again, this is what I mean. Players rely more on their aim and accuracy than do their strategy, do their brains. You gotta think, man. Think. You made this way too easy. Not to mention, dude, another thing on my finger that this is wrong. There's no cover at all. This is concealment. Why is the tent concealment? I'm gonna teach you something real quick, boys. Why is the tent concealment? Cover. Come on, camera, focus up. Thank you. Cover. Let's pretend this is a cement wall, right? And it's this big. Okay, just use your imagination. I don't have anything. You know what? We'll use a chair because that makes more fucking sense. Look, this. Let's imagine this is bulletproof fucking wall. Boom. This is cover. When you're hiding behind it, they can't see you and they can't shoot through it to kill you. Now, let's talk about concealment. Let's say you're hiding behind a pallet of water bottles. They can't see you because you're hiding behind it. Let's imagine there's a billion of them and they're all filled with water, right? And wrapped up. There's a billion of these bitches and they can't see you. It conceals you. But if they shoot through it, it fucks you up. You die. So why these guys are hiding in a tent? Think about real life. If you were getting shot at in a war, where would you hide? Would you hide behind? Oh, sorry, y'all can't see. Would you hide behind this? Right here? Would you hide behind the stone or a tent? This isn't the most realistic game in the world, but come on, man. This isn't rocket science. And again, I'm being harsh, I know. But this is stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. CD nuts, stop it. You look weird. This is just, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I swear to God it is. Now, again, great shots. Dakota misses tracking, and he got outshot fair and square. It is what it is. So good shots. And again, we see that Ghost Boy, Mr. Scream Boy, can hit his shots. But guess what? If he tried to utilize his mind, outthink the enemy, just look, he would have won that gunfight. I really think they could have won that fight. Maybe not this dude, but maybe this. And again, great job on Expel and Dakota pushing together from two different angles. And see a fucking pattern? And able to shoot the enemy in the back. Also, the 50th thing they did wrong. Shibuki. He shouldn't have went for the execute. He should have got the knock and instantly looked for expel, but he didn't because, well, players don't do that for some odd reason. So now it's 2v1. This is just self-explanatory. But yo, he ran his ass over. I forgot about that. All right, look, I want to really reiterate something. So we're fighting. Again, another example of two teams fighting. It's a 2v2v1. This is your only moment to capitalize on that third party. Not to mention, Dakota was knocked. It technically, at some point in that fight, was a 1v1 situation. This guy, the moment he heard gunshots, the moment he saw us rotating that way, he should have just followed. Probably didn't see us because clearly he's laying prone by the fucking mountain like a bot. Why? If this was me, again, I would have been looking. I might have been playing this cover. Let's pretend I'm playing this rock and I'm like, fuck, what's going on? In my head, I'm looking for enemies. As I see Dakota and Expel run across the street, I'm not going to shoot them. They're running to something. I'm going to wait, but I'm going to get close enough to see what's going on. And then once they get in that fight, I'm going to join in that bitch. And he could have capitalized and he could have won that game. He really could have. But instead, this is what we got. An enemy just laying prone in the fucking middle of the street. How'd he know where I was at? He's got to be cheating. No. He opened his eyes. It's weird. Weird how that works, man. And to be honest, this is just beautiful. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Now, look, I know this video is hella long, but I want to start bringing this series back. One, because this is the best teaching that I can do. This is me at my peak, right? The spectating and all that stuff, doing it live is fun. And we get to see a lot of crazy shit and just pick at them for sure. It's a lot more, I think, entertaining. But this is entertaining as well as, and I might be patting myself on the back too much saying entertaining, but this is entertaining as well as informative. This is very informative information that clearly people still need. I stopped doing this 6 months ago, maybe, yeah, 6 months ago I stopped doing these videos because they were so long. And I thought to myself, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been putting out these Warzone videos for 2 years. People know this by now. They got to. But taking the break that I did, getting in the lobbies that I'm getting in, killing these players, seeing people bitch about lobbies on Twitter and seeing people complain about it, and then again, spectating these people, I've realized people really need a coach out there once again. So Daddy's returning. This is information that a lot of players need. Weird saying that, again, 2.5 years later, but again, no hate to anybody. Most people don't think when they play the game. They don't. With Warzone 2 coming up, fuck your stats. Get out there and fight, homie. That way you can start worrying about your stats in the other game and actually be a better player. If you want to be good at the game, you gotta play. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, or you learned something new, share it with your homies. I know we all got teammates out there that suck. Trust me, I know it. I spectate, and I got homies. Share this video with them. Say, this is what you should do. This is what you should not do. And let them know what kind of player they are. Are they the guy laying prone in the middle of the open? Or the guys hiding behind the tent? We all got that homie out there. I can think about 3 right now. No shots. Also, again, leave a like on the video. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you guys want to check out my gameplay content, I do have a Savage channel where it's just my gameplay. The links are in the description below, as well as my main YouTube page. You can see all the playlists. Those are my other channels. I also have a Rebirth spectating channel as well. So guys, make sure you follow all of that. We're posting content everywhere. You can't stop us. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed, man. Have a good day. Have a killer day. Fuck that. Have a killer day. Get out there, bro, and slap some bots in the face, bro. Because I promise you, as you're playing scared, you're probably hiding from people that are worse than you. But until next time, you have a good one, and good luck in Warzone.